I can already tell the ending of Orb is going to leave so many people confused, and there's going to be some hot debates on whether this was an alternate universe, was it all a dream, blah blah blah. Especially because at the start of the show we have the Kingdom of P, and last episode at the end it was simply named Poland. I'm going to slap my dick on the table and say I'm pretty sure what the author's building into here is a full circle moment, and it is still all in the same universe, but no, I don't think our Rafal is back from the dead or survived. I saw at the end of the episode Yolenta's face. I've heard Badeni, I've heard Ochi, I've heard Rafal's VAs over the past 2 episodes. I think what the author's building into, and I can't say I'm right or wrong until I see next episode, and to be honest, I'll probably still be interpreting it for many years to come. But given the fact that this show has always been bigger than a singular character, we do have main characters, but the core driving force is heliocentrism, right? So at the end of the day, no matter who dies, the dream lives on. And Draka at the end of last episode did send the bird. I already said the only thing that I think you can fit on the letter is give 10%, but I don't know how that would continue on the past him. Maybe that was for us just, the final thing that our characters tried, but at the end of the day, we know society, if it's going to be loosely based on our own events, will eventually accept the truth of the universe, right? So I think what the author is going for by having characters named Rafal as an example come in. I don't know if this Rafal is going to interact and deal with the world the same way as ours does, or if it will be a reverse, be the exact mirror, I don't know. But I think what they're doing, whether if you look at Elbert as a character, scared to look up at the sky, very similar to Ochi, probably because Rafal dies before his eyes for chasing after knowledge. Like, that's what I assume we're building into. But it doesn't change the fact that by having similar looking characters, similar sounding characters, similar named characters in Poland, I think what the author is trying to do is this full circle moment of how humanity, no matter how many times we're pushed down, there's going to be other Rafals. There's going to be other people that will pick it up and continue the pursuit of education, even when society might even kill you for that pursuit. And I think if that's the message we're building into, that's brilliant. But I won't be surprised in the slightest if I come out of next week saying shit like this and, I think we have the misinterpretation it was all a dream. Because I really feel like there's going to be... And I think having debates about endings are good, but I do kind of worry that if it's going to be hard to interpret. Like, I might be wrong. Like, next episode might actually come out saying it was all a dream or we are in an alternate universe. But I think, given the messaging of the show up to this point, that makes sense. And I guess the only way you could definitively prove if this is the same universe is if that letter or the bird has any implications going forward, which I don't know if they're going to do. Time will tell. Of course, if you want to support my work, though, see my full thoughts on this greatness, we got the Patreon, full and cut live reactions available exclusive over there if you're so interested. One thing I want to say, I've been meaning to say this for a bit, and I keep forgetting until I see comments. One thing that I'm seeing people say is either a plot hole or a forgotten thing is what happened with Grabowski, the dude who discovered the tattoos on the head and, translated the book. His story's over. I'm pretty sure. Like, maybe he pops up here. I don't know. Is he the one talking to us in this episode? I have no idea. But I think a lot of people are overlooking the fact that everyone's role in the show has been different to differing degrees. Rafal had 3 episodes, and his was mainly just to put the knowledge in a chest for someone to find. And we saw how important that was overall. But he did his job. Like, at the end of the day, I've been saying I would love a side anime, 3 episodes, 12 episodes, I don't care, of just seeing the time skip of Yolenta being freed to building this organization. There's a whole story there, but we didn't see it. And while that's a disappointment to me, and I would love to see it, it's also not necessarily needed because people's lives go on. Similar with him transcribing the book and whatever happened. He's probably dead. Healthcare isn't the best in this world, so I don't think he lived an insanely long time. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I have been seeing a lot of people say, yeah, but what about him? And I guess for me, I just assumed he's dead, Similar to our boy's dad. Fortunately, he ain't getting that 10% even if they try to. It's interesting because I knew they were going to do something. Naturally, my instinct is death because, the show kills more characters than Game of Thrones did in its prime. I figured the reveal of whoever he was talking to in the booth might be something big. And then they say Rafal. And my immediate reaction was, oh, that's clever. I'm interested to see because I haven't really read opinions on this episode yet, but I'm not going to be surprised if people think Rafal survived his hanging or it's an alternate universe. I am ready to be proven wrong that it's not a full circle moment and this isn't just one consistent, society. The one thing that does give me pause, I guess, is the whole Kingdom of P to Poland. But if the author is, with how he's wrote things up to this point, I think it's more of an evolution thing that we were calling it Kingdom of P, now we're Poland because society is reaching a point of true education. I don't know, like something like that. Maybe that makes sense. But seeing the similarities, not only of Rafal's, pursuit of education, the Ochi's fear of looking up at the sky, all in this character Elber, as a character who looks identical to Rafal, comes in, and, the conflict between what his dad's saying is, if you're not learning something to help society and it doesn't have a benefit, it's pointless. Only chase after things that are going to have a direct benefit. Insert this Rafal saying, bitch please. If you have the desire to learn, the world's your oyster. And I didn't like the dad's mindset to begin with. I didn't think he was, evil for what he was saying. I just thought he was incredibly ignorant. I assume we're building into a mirror of Rafal getting killed. Probably. My only question is I don't see how that serves as a full circle moment other than, maybe they're, I could potentially see the author going for a bad ending in the way that the show ends and heliocentrism isn't fully, in the eyes of the public, accepted. But it shows that even though these Rafals keep popping up and dying, that society does continue to progress, and knowing our own history, eventually we do get there someday. I think that's what they're trying to build into, but I feel like I'm on the right track, but I'm missing some pieces. And that has me excited. Plot twist of the year. I feel like I'm going to come out of next week saying this is the best anime of all time. Time will tell. Going to be a lot of discussion, though, that's for sure. But that's where I stand. I don't think we're going the alternate universe route. I might have a different opinion next week. Time will tell. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What did you think? And, Rafal's back in one way or another, even if it may not be our Rafal. Discuss. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Daniel Sharp, Marcel 1980, Old Man, David, Luke Brownfield, Light Shadow, Devin Diego, Ashley Hawkham, and we also have Viper, so I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.